Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. With each passing month and each CES, it seems tech companies are pushing more and more smart home tech in our faces. There are more options than ever, and the prices are coming down. In this video, or maybe a series if need be, we'll go over the basics of smart home technology, what are your options, and standards that are out there, how to start if you're interested, and how to do it on a budget. Smart devices are simply electronic devices that connect via some wire or wireless protocol, often on a similar network, that can be controlled by your phone or your voice, and that can be automated or set on a schedule. You can have smart door locks, doorbells, thermostats, fridges, garage door openers, coffee makers, voice assistants, switches, outlets, and lights, just to name a few. These things are designed to add function and simplicity to your life. If some smart device isn't making your life better or easier, then skip it. A great example of this is the smart light switch for my front porch lights. They are set to go on automatically at sunset and go off at sunrise. It's one less thing I have to do, and it's great for security. The easiest and least expensive way to get into the smart home tech world is to start small with just an item or two and grow from there. It's a good idea to start with some kind of digital assistant. Google has their Google Assistant, Amazon has Alexa, and so on. Start by deciding which walled garden you want to play in. If you don't have a Gmail account or don't use an Android phone, Amazon Alexa might be a great option for you. If you do use some of Google's services, then you might want to go with Google. It's up to you. I started with the Google Home Mini and grew from there. A digital assistant is optional, but you can get more out of your smart devices if you have one. Now that we decided on an assistant, let's talk about the standards that our devices will be using. There are several competing standards for smart home tech as of 2019. Zigbee, Z-Wave, Wemo, Bluetooth, and Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi and Bluetooth you've heard of, and the newest version of Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi 6, is designed to better work with all the things in your house that will need a connection to your Wi-Fi. However, Wi-Fi smart tech devices will work with any generation of Wi-Fi, with only a few exceptions. It doesn't have to be Wi-Fi 6. Zigbee and Z-Wave and Wi-Fi are the three we can spend some time on. They're very common, and you can find lots of budget devices using one of these three standards. You can find hubs that work with Zigbee or Z-Wave or both, and Wi-Fi does not need a hub. They're in a bit of a standards race like Blu-ray and HD DVD were. There's no clear leader yet that I'm aware of, so let's go over their pros and cons. Zigbee, named after the dance bees do after returning to the hive, is a low-power mesh network, with each device in the mesh able to pass on commands and information. You can expect a difference of 10 to 100 meters between each device, with the highest distance needing line of sight. Its low power needs and simplicity make it easier to implement. With Zigbee devices, as with most, you'll need a hub or a gateway. A hub communicates with the Zigbee devices and acts as a translator, if you will, between the devices and your wireless or wired network. While Zigbee has lots of applications, may transmit faster, and has a much higher device count limit, Z-Wave is very similar and is used primarily for home automation. Z-Wave's interoperability is believed to be better than Zigbee's. Any Z-Wave certified product you buy will work with any Z-Wave certified controller. Both Z-Wave and Zigbee's protocols are encrypted. Also, in some countries, Z-Wave's wireless range may be better. However, in the US, they operate in a similar wireless frequency range, so you won't see much of a difference here. The other option that is growing quickly is smart home tech using Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is nice because most people already have it, and you won't need a hub, and setup might be a bit easier. Wi-Fi does take more power to run and transmit, so if you have a battery-powered smart device that uses Wi-Fi, then you will be changing the battery more often. Anyway, enough of this stuff. Let's check out some smart devices. Here are all the ones we'll go over in this video. I purchased all of these here with the exception of the Sengled products. They were kind enough to provide these to add to the bunch for review. All of these items are some of the cheapest you can find, with the only exception being the Sengled products. They are much better quality, yet are still a great price. These smart devices either use Zigbee or Wi-Fi, and I'll make sure it's understood what standards each use as we go over them. So let's check some out. We have smart plugs, inline smart switches, smart wall switches, Zigbee smart bulbs, and Wi-Fi smart bulbs. All of these things are pretty inexpensive and have their applications where they work best. Well, how well will a house with cheap smart home tech work? Is it worth setting up several accounts for each brand and having several apps to control them? Will Google Home help put them under one roof and simplify things? Will these inexpensive brands stick around for a long time or get updates or support? Are they shorter on features or will they not last? Let's see. Let's begin with some smart bulbs. These are the Sengled line of bulbs. These stand out from the rest of the items I have, as Sengled is a strong company that's here to stay, so you can rest assured you can get support. These bulbs aren't cheap in their construction, and are several notches up in quality over the rest of these items, all while still being very affordable. These are Zigbee bulbs that will work with their hub, and they do have Wi-Fi bulbs as well, with more Wi-Fi bulbs being released soon. They have options for normal bulbs, colored bulbs, and all at really good prices. Are you buying LED bulbs right now already? You might find these are about the same price and you get smart features, and they work great. It's a lot of fun too to mess around with the colors with the kids. First, download the Sengled app, sign up and sign in, click the plus to add a device, select bulb, select the hub you want to add it to. Most of us will only have one hub, so click next. Then scan the QR code on the bulb. Once it gets the bulb's info, remove the dumb bulb, screw in the smart bulb, and turn on the light switch so the bulb gets power. And then finish the setup on the app. The bulb will flash a few times letting you know it's connected, and that's that. From the app, you can change its brightness, turn it on or off, change its color, if it's a colored bulb, and set the schedules. If you want, you can continue to use the light switch as well. It will come on if you give it power. The only downside to these is if the light switch is off, the bulb won't come on and you can't control it, obviously. If you plan on using its smart features and wish to control it remotely, then you'll want to just leave the switch on. For those who come and flip the switch to turn it on and it doesn't come on, just flip it again and it'll come on. A bit of a nuisance, but this is really the only complaint I have about smart bulbs. They are inexpensive and easy to install and add to any home. The colored bulbs are a lot of fun. Sengled offers the most common sizes of bulbs, including this floodlight style. To take your smart lighting to the next step, you can get a smart switch. Let's check out the cheapest smart light switch on Amazon at the time of this video. It's the Meross MSS5-10 Wi-Fi Smart Switch. And yes, it's Chinese. If you're okay with changing out a wall light switch and your house is new enough to have a neutral wire, which is the white one, then you can easily install one of these. These are nice because they will turn on or turn off anything on their circuit. If you have lots of lights and replacing them all with smart bulbs would be pricey, or if the bulbs are halogen bulbs or just some setup where smart bulbs won't work, these are great. This one uses Wi-Fi, so no need for a hub. It connects directly to my router. Setup is similar. Download their app, create an account, and follow the steps to set it up. This particular model doesn't have a physical switch, which seems to be quite popular with cheap smart switches. It's touch sensitive. You touch it and it'll toggle on or off. The Wi-Fi icon lights up when it's connected, and the light bulb icon goes on when the light is on. The other great thing about light switches over the bulbs is if you feel the desire to walk over to the switch and manually turn off the lights, power is never cut to any vital part of the system, and they can always be controlled remotely still. It's nice. Setup for the inline smart switch is similar. You want to splice it into an extension cord and then download its app and do its setup. This one connects to Wi-Fi as well, so no need for a hub. Need something cheap? It works just fine, and it's great for connecting something that has a simple on or off setting that you can just leave on. However, if you're not comfortable with wiring things, then maybe let this one sit out. Having a Google Assistant in the mix adds the ability to add voice control to your devices and helps contain all of these different devices under one roof so you don't have to open up a dozen apps, unless you want to adjust their advanced features. It's great to be able to ask Google to turn off a light, or for example, ask if the garage lights are on.
Are the garage lights on?
Garage bulb 2 and garage bulb 1 are on.
Can you turn them off?
Okay, turning off 2 lights.
With the Sengled products, they are a great value from a strong company with great support and a solid product at an awesome price. The rest of the products, honestly, also seem to be great and have been working well for me. I haven't had any issues. As far as long-term support, or the companies that sell the rest of these, it's hard to say. Hopefully this helps some people out looking to get into smart home tech without spending too much money. If you have questions or want me to expand on something or cover something in more detail, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.